Well, looks like no flying for me today. What's up, guys? I am Psycho Caddy, and today I am going to show you how to edit the splash screen or startup screen, whatever you want to call it, on your Taranis Q X7. You have probably seen my startup screen, which is a really simple design, but I'm going to change it up a little bit, give it a little more flavor, if you will, and I'm going to do that today with you so that you can see how I do it, and then you can edit your splash screen to give it your personalized flair. It's really not that hard. I'm going to show you all the things that you need, and I'm going to show you where to get the things that you need. The first thing that you're going to need is a image editing software or program or app. Photoshop works fine. If you don't have one, I highly recommend this bad boy right here. This is GIMP. It is an open source project just like OpenTX, so it is absolutely free. There are many developers that are working on it, making it better and greater and more wonderful every day. It's very powerful stuff, as powerful as Photoshop in many ways, I would say, but 100% cheaper. So it's a great program. I've been using it for years, and like I said, they're updating it all the time, making it better. You can go to gimp.org and get that. I'll put a link up here and down there, make it easier for you to find it. So once you've downloaded that and installed it, you will open it up and you'll get a screen something like this. This is their basic editor screen that has all your tools over here and all the little editing for the tools over here, all your layers, your different layers that you're going to use for it. You have your pencil, you have your paintbrush, you have your paint bucket, you have a rescaler, resizer, you have everything you need, just a lot like Windows Paint. First thing that we're going to do is our Taranis Q X7 has a much smaller screen than the Taranis X9D. The Taranis Q X7 is 128 pixels wide by 64 pixels tall. So we're going to start a new file for our Taranis Q X7. Here we click File, click New, and we're going to change this image size stuff to width is going to be 128. So it'll be 128 pixels wide by 64 pixels tall. We're going to hit OK, and it's going to give us this nice little box down here, which is representative of our Taranis Q X7 screen. It's quite small, so you can go down here in this corner to the left, jack the size up real big. Now, if we go to our pencil, you can see that our little pencil or paintbrush or little icon is quite large. It's many pixels. We look at our tool options, you can see the size is 20 pixels around. So we're going to make that thing, we're going to bring it all the way down to 1. Once you've brought it down to 1, our little pencil is so much smaller. It's 1 pixel at a time. So you can draw a very simple design, and boom, you have a product ready to go on your Taranis Q X7 that's custom as hell. But I mean, you can draw stars or diamonds or whatever, but we want it to be a little cooler than that. So if we go to Control Z, that will delete the things that we messed up on. Oh, we decided we've deleted too much. Control Y will bring back the things that we have just deleted. We're going to Control Z that all the way out. You can go to the text box here and just type something that you want. But the problem is, by doing that, we have some areas here that are not black, and our Taranis Q X7 can only read black and white. We can fix that. Control Z. We'll go over here. You can see our tool options have changed. Now it says text, and we have all these different options here. If we unselect anti-aliasing here, and we go back and type, you can see it's all black and white now. It's a bitmap style image. And that would be cool to make something nice. We can actually change the font. Here's one that I like a lot. Called Feast of Flesh. Now it looks kind of goofy when it's this large, but it's going to be on a much smaller screen. So we're going to bring it down to 100%, what it would look like at 100%. And it actually looks like some cool typing. You can, if you want, you not even uncheck that anti-aliasing box and type it out the way you want, and then just delete every little dot that's not black one by one, and then change some that are too light to black, and do it that way. But it takes a lot of time, so we're not even going to mess with that here. You can also, if you want to, open another layer and bring in a new image here. So we're going to click File, Open as Layers. We're going to use this image here, which is basically my little logo that I made a long time ago. And as you can see, it's got some color in it, so that's a problem as well. We're going to fix that. We're going to open that. Uh-oh, we've got another problem. It's way too big. The first thing that we're going to do to get rid of this color is we can go over here to Image and go to Mode. See where it says RGB? That's red, green, blue. That's for color. We're going to go down to grayscale, and it's going to turn everything to black, white, gray, and make things a lot simpler for us. Now, the size, like I said, is also a big problem. So we're going to select this bite mask layer over here in the layers box. And we're going to go to layer up here in the tab. And we're going to scale this layer. Yeah, 1960 is way too wide. 2376 is way too high. This little chain right here means it's linked. If you change either one of these, it's going to keep the aspect ratio. So it's going to keep it the proper size. You can unlink it and just edit the width or just the height and stretch stuff and skew it. But we're going to leave it linked, and we're going to edit the height because that's the one that's way too big. We're going to change it to 62 pixels. So just 2 pixels under what is available in our screen real estate. When we hit scale, it's much smaller now. Now, we don't want these words because even if we go to 100, it's not going to look that great, I don't think. Nah, it doesn't look that great to me. So back up to 800, we're just going to erase those. So I'm just going to close GIMP out and show you what I've already built in here. Close that. Discard changes. Just close it. Thank you for joining us this evening. It now appears upon further review that I am a dumbass. Looks like I forgot one very key part. What to do with this once you've got it completed the way you want. It's very easy. Go up here to File. Go down to Export As. And select where you want it to export to. So this is a PNG. We're going to change that by going down here to Select File Type by Extension. You're going to scroll down to... find it if I can. BMP. We're going to export it as a Windows bitmap image. We're going to hit export and it'll export it. It may pop another screen up that gives you says to export it again or adjust things. Don't even worry about it. Just hit export again. It'll be fine. Sorry about that. And now back to your regularly scheduled programming. Close it completely out. Then we can go over here to our Taranis folder and we can have a look at our original splash screen. I'll zoom that in a little bit. Boom. Pretty simple little splash screen. Here it is on the actual radio. Hopefully we can. Alright, we're going to turn that back off.
Throttle warning.
And here's the one that I updated and made new. I made both of these in GIMP, but I made this one just to be something a little different. It's not anything super spectacular, but it is quite different. We're going to put that on the Q X7 now. The easiest, or the way to do that is, first thing you want to do is open up your TX Companion 2.2. While that's opening, we're going to go ahead and put our Taranis in bootloader mode. Basically, you're going to push your trim tabs in and hit the power button right quick. And then we can plug in our Taranis with the USB cable. Now, we are connected to the computer. And we're going to go up here to the third one from the bottom or the fifth one from the top. Third one from the bottom, fifth one from the top, and there it is. So now we're going to use another start screen. Click on that and then we can choose the new file. Open it. Boom. There it is. Now we're going to just click write to TX, and that's going to rewrite the firmware and the all that stuff, the new screen, all that stuff to it. But only the important, like, back-end files. All the stuff that you edited before, if you did the custom sounds and things like that, will stay the same. All the model memories, all that stuff will stay the same. The only thing that's going to change is the firmware is going to rewrite, and it's going to change the splash screen. Now we want to wait and make sure that it says done flashing, because there's a warning on the OpenTX updates download page that says that the progress bar might be out of sync a little bit. So when it says flashing done, we can actually just close this, and we'll bring up our file explorer, and we will eject our Taranis Q X7, unplug it, and go down here. Let's get where we can see it without too much glare. Go down here to exit, hit enter, and there's our new splash screen. As I said, the sounds have not been affected. All the custom sounds that I put in, you can hear them.
All systems check out. Ready for deployment. UAV online.
They all work just fine. All my custom model memories, all that stuff. Wizard's still in there. Everything's still there. Just the splash screen has been edited. Now, that wasn't too hard, was it? I know that you may have some questions or, comments or whatever. Please leave them down below. I'll leave all the links and everything that we need somewhere up there, down here. And if you have any requests or want to know how to do anything else, timers or whatever, I'll probably just keep pumping these out a little bit at a time, more on just the QX7. I'm going to start doing my flight videos more. I've just had some problems. I'm changing ESCs. I'll probably do a finalized review of this thing. And I hope that you'll stick with me and point me to some stuff that you'd like to learn. And if I don't know how to do it, I will find out and tell you. So, guess that's it for this one. We'll see you in the next one.